What's up, y'all? So first off, I want to give a big shout out to James Visor for letting me do this collab with him. I mean, this is so cool to me because I remember meeting him in Park City, Utah 2 years ago. Like him, John Dudley, Chris B, all these big names, and I thought it was so cool, but I didn't know what to do with it. So what I did, I started a TikTok account, and it's done very well, and I love doing it. So this is your sign. If you want to do something in life, stop hesitating. Just go, just do it. Start somewhere. I'm gonna give y'all 3 tips for shooting in the wind. Number 1, and this is probably the biggest thing I focus on when I'm shooting in the wind, is being dynamic with your shot. What that means is when that wind is whipping around, it's gonna keep you honest. It's gonna make sure your form is in shape and you're pushing and pulling hard. And that's exactly what being dynamic is pushing and pulling with your front and back arm. What that's gonna do is lock your pin in place a little more than normal. So you can just get out and experiment with this and see how you like it. We've got a target set up at 70 yards, and we have a pretty strong wind left to right. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So I'm anchoring, and I notice my bow is moving around a little more than it normally would. So I'm gonna push and pull pretty hard. Boom, just like that. Tip number 2 is gonna be tilting your top cam into the wind. What that's gonna do is shoot your arrow into the wind, and then the wind's gonna catch it and drift it down and hit where you want. You're gonna have to experiment with this because every bow is a little different, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So we have a slight left to right wind. So I'm gonna take my top cam and tilt it into the wind ever so slightly. What that's gonna do is gonna shoot my arrow this way. The wind's gonna catch it and drift it down, hit where I want. So I'm anchoring. Now I'm gonna tilt my top cam ever so slightly. Boom, right there in the black. So my 3rd tip is gonna be shooting in a spot where you're not being affected by wind, but your arrow is. And this is gonna teach you how much your wind affects your current setup and everything. So you're gonna aim right on the dot, just like normal. And I hit a little bit right because the wind is blowing from left to right. So that just shows you that wind really does affect your bow.
Those are 3 great tips from Russell. Like he said, he did start a TikTok account that is really, really good. It keeps popping up. Not that I'm on there much, but when I go to post, his stuff always comes up, and it's super simple but super informative. The guy definitely knows what he's talking about. So today, he had an idea that we could talk about how to shoot in the wind, and he would give a few tips, and I would give a few tips. So his were all really good, but I'm going to give you 3 different tips that I think are going to help you shoot better in the wind. Number 1 is really, really simple, and it's not even a shooting tip, but if you're hunting and it's windy, your effective range should be half or less than it would be if it wasn't windy. Number 2 is I think it's super important when it's windy to be proficient enough and have the muscle memory down with your bow to where you can get the shot off quicker than you say would if it was dead still. You know, you want to be able to draw back, hit your anchor as quick as possible, and let it fly. The quicker you could do that, the less you're going to be getting fatigued and have your bow doing the wind sail, which is going to help you be a little bit more repeatable in the wind. And lastly, I think it's super important to be in shape. Have good muscles, be strong, have those good twitch fibers, because if you're strong, you're going to be able to hold that pin up, hold it steadier, and hold it for longer and make those good shots in the wind. So those are my 3 tips for shooting in the wind. Hope you guys enjoyed them, and check out his TikTok account, learn some things, and we'll see you in the next video. So thank you guys for watching.